Ah, with the coffee too.
Yeah, of course, man. I told you I bring breakfast.
Where we sit?
There.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah. Fucking asleep.
It's not your time, right?
No.
But you're awake.
Yes. I was just afraid that you come here and I was still sleeping, so I was wake up at 7 o'clock to be sure.
And you go to bed at 3?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because the fucking drawing, you see that? Pepo teach me like to rip with the film and draw here and then bring you home so you can draw better.
To measure with
to plane the space of the leg.
Yeah.
And it was getting crazy.
Hatte ich die Dinger schon an? Cool. And then you didn't know this before?
This kind of film method? No, I never did it. I just get crazy with 100 pictures and like put them together because I'm stupid. But okay.
But this is just a clean film.
Yeah.
Like the normal.
I draw on him. The project, then with the film I redraw on. I just trace what I already draw on him, and then like cut with the lines,
and you get
plain, and you can see plain what you have.
Okay, so you draw on the customer, and then you redraw it.
Yeah, for the composition and stuff, you get the spaces directly on the leg. But if you have to like do what I did, so change the project at the last time, because I did like.
Is it for here the project? For
it was we supposed to start yesterday evening, but look, the fact is that he wanted a more sketchy tattoo, okay, in a more sketch way, and what I didn't work in a sketch way. So I asked him like, you want it more sketch, and he said, yes, but it's not a problem, and I don't want. That's not the problem. You have to love your tattoo.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I was doing this.
Oh, okay.
And we're right at this point, and then celebrity say, okay.
And you have a new appointment already, so he's coming in your next guest spot, or today?
No, today.
Ah, perfect.
11 o'clock I will start.
That's really nice, so we can follow the project also. And this is super nice. Okay, guys, we have today Breakfast Club. We call it Breakfast Club with
I'm so excited, right?
with Pepo and with Luca.
Yeah, you can.
I just will introduce you a little bit in German.
Yeah.
So, also Luca kommt aus Italien, ist jetzt schon das 3. Mal bei uns, macht Sketch and Graphic, wie man gehört hat, gerade schon viel mit Freehand. Wir sind sehr froh, dass er wieder da ist. Er musste seinen letzten Guestspot schon mal absagen, weil er wohl Probleme mit seiner Hand hatte. Und unser lieber Pepo kommt aus Spanien, aus Katalonien, aus Barcelona. Ist gerade ein bisschen traurig, was da passiert, ist aber trotzdem gewillt, hier viel zu arbeiten und geile Projekte zu machen und kommt eigentlich so aus der Graphic-Richtung, Blackwork. Wir hatten diese Woche mal eine Ausnahme, wo er mal was Farbiges machen musste, was ihm auch sehr gut gelungen ist. Hatten da einen kleinen Disput, dass er das nie unbedingt will, dass wir ihn da posten und, damit er zu Hause nie so viel farbige Tattoos machen muss. Kann er aber super gut. You understand?
I never really filmed us when we're like, oh yeah, the candles. Fuck.
So I just introduced you a little bit.
No customers from now on. No customers.
I just introduced you a little bit. So you're from Italy, right?
Yeah.
Where exactly?
Like near Milan. It's Bergamo. It's called a northern city, very cold city, but not as dressed.
Milano, is it close to Turin?
No, it's like Milan is like a couple of hours from Turin.
Okay.
So it's like.
So you see the Alps?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
perfect. Really nice. Yeah, we know where you're from. I know exactly.
Famous Barcelona than Bergamo.
It's a tiny town.
Yeah, you know, it's small over there.
You mean the small Barcelona? Yeah. Okay. What I always want to know is like how you describe yourself. What you say about your style. How you describe your style.
I just try to put the way that I usually draw in a tattoo. So it's like to try to find the simple way to me that get more natural way to draw in the best way to tattoo it, because there are a couple of different things like illustrating and tattooing, and I do both of them. So I just have to teach to my brain how to like split, and now I'm painting and now I'm tattooing, but trying to make the two words communicate, and it's quite interesting to me.
But you can find a word like for our customers. You can say, is it more sketch? Is it more sketch and graphic? A mix from it? Is it?
Yeah, it's more like graphic. Yeah, kind of graphic and sketch. Yes, as you told.
So sometimes we need some basic words, you know, to explain for the outside. Okay, what is he doing? Like,
and now you like answering the best way to this like kind of questions. So you're like, oh, Pepo is so smart.
So Pepo, what about you?
For me it's the same, but I don't do too much sketch. I normally when I do graphic black work, I love the contrast because I thinking this is the best way to keep the tattoo with the pass of the years. The contrast. So I like to do super black and with white parts to...
Yeah, so in a mix that you always have this high contrast.
Yeah.
So where's the big difference between you both styles?
We were talking about this yesterday evening. There was like, I use more gray,
shadows.
more smooth. So I like have a gray and white and black. And he's got more black and more white, just like higher contrast. And he was like, oh, I love that smooth. And I was like, yeah, but that contrast, I can't do it. And we are like, okay, so whatever.
Yeah, I think about these questions also, and yeah, your lines are more like, you have some sketchy lines as shadows, it's going into gray. And yours is more like really splitted high contrast.
If I didn't see the line perfect, I couldn't sleep at the night. It's like
Okay. My regular question is, what is your first tattoo? You still got it? I covered mine. Like 1 week ago. Now I'm a little bit sad.
First tattoo is this. It's the big
Can
one.
you more?
The big one. This.
Okay. And who did it for you? Like
it's a tattoo artist from Barcelona. He's not famous, but he's a fucking master. I got 14 years ago, and looks like
it still looks good.
Not recently made, but the thin lines, the 3 liners, are amazing because those again didn't open and looks so nice. Yeah.
I got here. I can show you. It's like here. It's from like the first studio I worked with, but not tattooing, because many years ago I was just drawing for this tattoo studio for like 4 years, and the owner of the studio, I just draw for them, like they tattoo.
Like a ghostwriter?
Yeah, but
something like this, but for tattoos?
But they introduce me. I mean, to the customers, they say like, if you want to pay something more, he can draw for you because he's got like another kind of drawing, but you have to pay him. So I was actually there. And the owner of the studio made my first tattoo.
What is it?
It's like a
the light part.
What? It's like a flame plum, something like going up here.
Flame's perfect.
Yeah, but I love it because it's my first one.
Yeah, you will keep it forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, in some kind of way.
I had the same decision last week. Like I was like, oh no, my rabbit. I'm so sad.
It was a rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, self-made rabbit. But it's really interesting fact. So you draw the designs for the customers. They pay you, and then the artists pay you too. Because
it's something that I would never do. But she's like a great person to me, and so she knew that she wasn't so like. Not good in drawing, but she can draw just in one way, and so she knew that she can like communicate more with customers and me, and so she tried that. It was interesting. I mean,
and you was always happy with the reference then in the end, or with the with the tattoo in the end? Was it like you drawed it?
Yeah, even because it was like 10 years ago, so I wasn't like with this drawing style like now that I recognize. It was like I was trying and experimenting something. I was in high school, so yeah, was okay.
So how long you tattoo both? I want to eat this croissant.
You first. I will eat this.
Me, I bought the first machine like 9 years ago. My first Chinese kid machine, shitty machines. But really, I began into tattooing every day 3.5 years ago, when I Logia, the first studio who bring me the opportunity to tattooing like a professional. Yeah. And so it's like I began it like 9 years ago, but really in every day I began it 3.5 years ago.
Okay, so you're basically tattooing on friends and on people like at home.
I had another work, and when I have free time, I got tattoo with my friends, like scripts, super easy tattoos. And when I'm thinking, okay, now I do a line, I know how to do a line, I can live from my work and I can go to be a tattoo artist. But it's a hard change.
Yeah. To earn your money with this, only with tattoos. This, you mean this was a hard change?
Yeah. It's a hard change, but it's a good change.
So how about you? You have your own studio, right?
Yeah. I got my own studio like from over 1 year, not so much. But I made my first tattoo like almost 6 years ago on my friend, because the girl who did this, she said like, why don't you try to tattoo? And I was so fucking afraid, but I decided when I was like 12 years old, I will draw for a living. And so I studied for that and I did everything for that. And so I was like, okay, why don't you try? Let's do it. And like almost 6 years ago, but I was finished my university and illustration graduating. So I had to do like projects for that. And for like over 1 year, didn't do any tattoos because got no time. And then like him, some friends somewhat, and then searching for a studio while doing an apprenticeship, not like Logia, like basic studio, man. I'm not such a VIP. Just kidding. So, there's a camera there. You're on candid camera. And that's it.
Cool. Okay, let's talk about the week a little bit. So you had on Monday this girl with the project you did like in the first or second guest spot. Was it the first?
Was the first? Yeah, this is the second one.
This is the second one. Yeah, your first guest spot was already in the new studio. You didn't know the old one, right? You know the old studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I've been in the last day.
Fuck. Yeah. I got a tattoo from this day. I got my girlfriend on this day. Okay, amazing day.
I don't remember it.
Oh yeah, we was doesn't matter. Okay,
still the camera there.
Let's go. Yeah, there was a camera too. I can show you after this. Okay. About Michelle. So you did the project with the girl first, and then basically she wants to fill up the rest of this, but it didn't happen. So you did it freehand. The snakes is like, I see it more often that people do this freehand stuff.
Yeah.
Is it like, why you do this?
Because I think that sometimes, not always, but sometimes I can fit better with the body. And maybe I got like a design on my paper sheet, and like the customer may love it, but when you put on, maybe like, I don't know, there's a muscle here and change some shapes or what. And so they are disappointed because maybe it's kind of delusion, no? You know, I love this design, but it doesn't fit well on me. And maybe you just lose time and energies. I mean, good vibes you lose because you have to change it, and the customer is like, yeah, but I prefer that one, how it feels. And so I prefer to just start and see what happened with the freehand. And it's kind of a way to like force yourself to do the best as you can at the first attempt, and no losing time, wasting time, like drawing.
But you're also drawing like shadows in it. I just see the major shape, and the rest you make like from your sketch you prepared, or?
No. It's just because like with markers I can like kind of show myself where the shadows will be. But customers often doesn't see that because
I don't see that.
Because maybe I do in red and I know I fix in my mind, but that's okay. If the customer is confident enough and they trust me, I do like this. Otherwise,
that's my next question basically. So how is it for the customers? Like they really need to have a big trust in you. With this woman, I think with Michelle, it was like quite easy because
Michelle is awesome because she like super confident. But if the customer is not so confident, it's not a problem. I make them a draw where I show them, and I can do also stencils. I mean, I can do a really detailed draw. So it just depends on the customers and on the project. So it's not a problem to me doing one thing or another. I just love to like do freehanding.
So is it really common in Italy too? Just freehand stuff? Because I hear like Italy customers, they're a little bit more.
More?
How you say?
Tell us.
I don't find the right word.
More spaghetti?
No, they want to see what they get, like always before.
Apart joking, you're really right. In my studio, sometimes I get these kind of customers that really trust me, but sometimes, as you said, they have to like see, but perfectly. Like I swear, I saw my girlfriend like talking to a customer because she's a tattooer too, and she was like showing the project, and this customer says, "But these lines, no, they are shadows with the pencil. Yes, but this line you will tattoo this line. No, are shadows with pencil. Yeah, there's not so smooth. Yeah, okay, that's kind of thing I'm talking about."
Okay, so you tattoo Michelle next time, and then you will finish the project. So we will follow them. And
I didn't expect another question.
No, good. I just said okay. So Pepo, you had your last guest spot, and there we had like on Monday we had refresh day, touch up day. What happens to your black color? Did it happen before?
No, I never had this problem before. It's my first time with this problem. Normally my tattoos heal it so well. And I don't know what happens with this ink, but I'm tattooing all the week.
Yeah.
And I told to another tattoo artist, when I'm tattooing, I don't feeling good. I'm feeling like, okay, I'm wasting a lot of time to put the solid black, and I doesn't see solid black, didn't see this. And when you send me the picture with the tattoo heal it, I see this, it's, I don't know, it's just strange. Probably for the pressure of the airplane, or I don't know why, but this kind of thing, when it's healed, it looks like sumi, like grey.
Yeah, like grey.
Like grey, yeah.
You also said like you go to London, or you have been to London with the same color?
I come back to Barcelona and I paint another guy, and he come back and I see the tattoo healed, and it's like, okay, because I think so this it's in poor condition, so I have to throw to the trash.
Yeah.
But this kind of thing you can get control, because I don't know what happens this, I don't know why.
To me it happens already with Daniele Loscrito and with Marco Bordi. They had exactly the same problem. Like usually the tattoo is like really solid and solid black, sometimes a small retouch, but they had exactly the same thing. Like we have to refresh all the tattoos and they can't nothing for it. It's like not their fault sometimes, but it wasn't in the end that bad. Or we had like 2 refreshes and that's it.
No, it's easy to refresh because it's easier and faster.
So we had Steven there on Monday too. He wants to get his belly button blacked out.
Yeah.
This is so crazy, I can't imagine this. In the end he didn't.
Not yet.
No, he was too shy.
He didn't
afraid.
Because I refreshed the other part, and he don't feel good to do the belly button this Monday.
I can wonder why.
I don't know why, because it's super easy.
But have you done it before? Is it like
here?
No, you?
Yeah, me. Yes, I did before.
How was it for the customers? Like strong?
It's painful, but you can get it. It's painful.
I imagine always that it will like break, and then it's like, oh no.
Just put the black in the belly button and then tattoo.
And after.
Yeah, maybe like this.
No, we did. No, we talk about it. Yeah, both of us did already. Yeah.
You fill up the belly button with black ink, and then you just like.
Yeah.
Okay. But not until the bottom of belly button. Just like not here, but here, because in
Yeah.
the central part is like quite a strange skin. You know, it's not a good skin. It's really painful. So you just do like this.
Okay.
Because otherwise,
You have to take care when you put solid black on the belly button. It's funny because it's the belly button. It's
and it's funny for us.
I saw so many things
for
like
us, it's
inside hand
funny.
or armpits, but never saw a belly button. Okay.
When I have a friend, he leaves his belly button, so he is perfect to tattoo in his stomach because with a belly button you can do a super masterpiece.
Wait, without belly button?
Yeah, without belly button.
Like a clone, like Adam
could.
and Eve. What?
He cut the belly button and he go without
Why?
belly button. Yeah. He's a body modification.
He get.
But I want a tattoo.
He have no belly button.
No,
right?
no. Yeah, but for a tattoo artist, I want a tattoo in his
Perfect.
stomach.
It's like completely plain.
Completely plain. Yeah.
Big white paper. Okay. Luca, on Tuesday you had Angus, and you tattooed Angus for Angus.
Yeah, that's mind blowing. Yes, Angus for Angus. Yeah, it was his first tattoo.
Yeah. How is it with first tattoo customers for you?
Usually, this.
Usually.
Usually, it's
even this and usually.
because usually you have to like explain them to stay calm and to stay really, really stand still. But even that, they can enjoy that kind of pain. I mean, because they are asking for it, so they have to like be in a good mood. And the most important thing is that they cannot have the complete control on the tattoo. Because sometimes, especially Italians, right, as you said, they want to control every aspect of the tattoo, but not because they're bad, but just because, you know, it's your first one and you want to put together too many ideas and you're like really in anxiety mood. And so at the same time, both of things like generate chaos. So you just have to tell them, okay, one thing per time, not too much idea together, and I can show you how will be your tattoo, but you have to be confident and trust me. I have to try your skin first because I don't know how that skin may react. I like Angus, I tattoo with some shades. I supposed to do like less shades, but his skin was good. So like, okay, maybe I can do a bit more. I asked him if he may like. Now he was okay, he was confident, say, okay, do what you want. And we enjoyed it. And Angus was such a good client, such a good customer for the first tattoo. He was really good. Not as Corey customer, but
he did 4 day sessions.
Yeah, and yesterday too was the first tattoo of the guy.
Yeah, and on Monday and next Saturday too.
Yeah, full sleeve, like lining for 7 hours, and he was like, yes,
Maori warriors.
I made a video of that and showed.
How are you? Nice.
I will show that video to like first tattoo customers in my studio. Was I'm afraid. Look at this, bitch. You can't say nothing now.
You prepared like 2 sketches for him. I saw he was a little bit sad when he chose the second one. Did it happen a lot, or you try to, I don't know, withering the mind of the customer?
I just try to like make him believe that the other option was, because the other option I like the most. But he said just, it's awesome, but I don't like kind of portraits, you know. So he liked it, but he liked the drawing. Like I put in my bedroom this, but it's not what I'm searching for my tattoo. So in case like this, I don't want to force my customers. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
but I saw he was like a little bit.
Yeah, because I was so excited to do it.
Keep it, maybe he want to have it on the other calf.
But with the lion, I did that.
With the lion, yeah, I come later to this. It was like really cool. Talk. No, on Tuesday we had Matthias. Matthias, your customer with the dog.
Yeah.
It was also a first tattoo customer.
Yeah.
How you come to this idea? How is it for you? It was a first tattoo customer, exactly what you described. He had like many ideas. He wants a dog portrait. He wants in steampunk style. He wants the water tower. He wants machine parts, and yeah, then
Yeah, when I read the email, it's like wow, a lot of kind of things, but the guy made me super easy because I prepare a little sketch with the composition, show him, and he liked it. He liked it a lot at the first time, and it's like okay, you can do whatever you want, and I prepare the stencil on my way and everything on my way, and he trusts me a lot. Doesn't get me any problem. And perfect, and he liked it a lot, and he come back once again to continue his art.
now he wants a full sleeve with you.
Yeah.
Is it like kind of an honor if a customer trusts you so much?
Yeah, I like it. When you're tattooing someone and he like it a lot and come back to get his full sleeve, it's like okay, nice.
Yeah, it's like really trusting you.
Yeah, because you can feel free with the design.
Yeah.
Okay, he put the idea, but he liked your style, so you do it the better as possible. No?
Yeah. Next time he wants to get his grandfather, I guess, like mining uniform. I'm really excited to see.
I like this kind of
sketch.
Tattoo.
By the way, I really like your sketch with the dog and the water tower in the glasses. I thought like maybe it's a difficult project, but you made it so well.
Thank you.
Really... We also spoke
it's a funny project, yeah.
Yeah, something like completely different, but still in your style. It's nice.
Yeah, it's different what usually I do. But I enjoy a lot with this project.
And he heals so well. He was healing perfectly.
Yeah, he's really
awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't use the pour ink with this guy.
No? I also talked to Steven that he tried to finish his chest with you because he started with realistic and blah, but I told him, so if somebody see you incomplete, it would be really nice to have a chest, like a front piece by Pepo. So next time I think you need to do church windows.
Okay.
Something new. But in your style.
Can you make a barcode, but in your style, man?
No, but can be nice windows. More graphic, not too much smoothie.
Yeah.
Can be nice, yeah.
But more solid, like not so.
Yeah, because this is super solid.
It will look weird if you have realistic here and here you have
no, because
solid graphic
solid. This kind of tattoos you see on far, and you can see what is the realistic tattoos. Normal one, do the things smaller, and you have to be near to see the things.
Yeah.
I'm near. You want to come?
I thought about something like Tom got on his chest. Tom downstairs. Yeah, it's also like a church window, and behind something like this he wants to. It's cool. By the way, really big thank you that you help us with all this appointments from Vincent Bloodline. He didn't show up. He cancelled like in the last minute. That was like really sad. But it happens sometimes at our studio with so many guest spots. Yeah. But you did all these customers so well, and they're all so happy. So you had this minion on Wednesday.
Yeah.
She was a winner of our tattoo contest. So, is it okay for you to do sometimes colors? I know you did in the past, and you also told me yesterday that basically you don't want to do it, but you did really well job. She was so happy.
Thank you. Yeah, 2 years ago I did a lot of colors because when I began in the first studio, I did one tattoo in color, and everybody likes a lot, and I beginning to do a lot of color. But I beginning to do watercolors, and 1 year later I have a lot of customers who come too far to get a tattoo by me in watercolor with pink, turquoise and color, something like this. And I think, okay, I put my energy in the wrong way. Because I'm enjoy when I do it, but it's not my kind of style of tattoos what I like it. Yeah. And I change my way, like, okay, completely black, to change the mind about me from the people, like okay, Pepo is a black tattoo artist, not a watercolor tattoo artist.
I didn't know that. Annie told me in the morning, my girlfriend, at the breakfast, this story with this guy who was famous for his watercolor things, and then you did the tattoo. Yeah, we don't want to force you to do more colorful tattoos.
No, I told
But you will never have a guest again here, so no pressure, man.
No, I told to Tom if I knew to know it, I to do it. And if you have like the other day, you have an emergency, I can do it. I don't have a problem. I prefer resolve the problem than get a problem bigger, no? But I don't want to do it usually, color works, but if sometimes it's needed, we need it, I do it. It's a work. We are an artist, but this is a work, so...
Yeah, it's like 50-50 or sometimes. 50% you're really interested, it's like perfect project for you, and the other one, that's the thing with the guest spots, I guess.
More, you have to you have to be a professional, you do the better way as possible, always.
Yeah,
always.
You both did it so nice, all the customers were so happy. Awesome. You had yesterday this chili for the girl.
Yeah, the girl was starting like, when I told her like, I will freehand this, she showed us the reference she gave us was a drawing by her friend on her. She was like, I want this, and I was like, okay, no, I mean, yes, but can I draw it? Yeah, but like this. Do you trust me? I will try to do my best. If you don't like, I delete it. Okay, so we did it. She was confident and say, okay, no, I like it. And then when it's come time to color that, I tried to explain her how I will color this. And she was like, no, okay, do your stuff. And I was happy about that.
With the pepper.
Oh. You got a t-shirt, right?
Yeah, black one just for this case.
Ooh, cleaning up with the cross.
We can use for tattooing.
Look out. Okay.
Back to the chili.
Anyway, the interesting fact is that my way was so close to his. I had the same thing. I was working a lot with watercolors and stuff like that because I was painting, as I told you, and so I was enjoying painting with watercolors. And the interesting part of watercolor while painting is that he like magia. How is it called magia?
Magia, no?
No, magia. Yeah, in Spanish. Thank you. Magia. It's like, you know, he dries not completely smooth, but the color dries on the paper. Like this part is
so dry.
Dry. The other part is more dark and softer. And that kind of thing is the interesting part while painting with watercolor, that you can like do shadows just moving the brush in the right way. And I was interested to reproduce it on paper because I know how it works on skin. Because I knew how it works on paper, and it was interesting to do that. But after a while, like people start doing this a lot, and you were like, oh fuck, because when you realize you don't ever had a tattoo like this on yourself, you feel like guilty because you're like, I'm joking with them, not intentionally, but you're like, I can't do something that I won't wear. No way. So back to the basics and leave the color apart and just use color, just few colors and black. But after watercolor, I've been like in a new school mode. Because there was a tattooer that I completely love, and he does new school, and I was like, oh my god, I love him. So I tried, and drawing is a thing, but while I have to tattoo that kind of things, it's so hard, even because I'm colorblind, as you remember. So it's kind of...
What, you're colorblind?
Yeah.
Really?
It's called dyschromatic. Yeah, I just confuse tons of colors.
But you see colors.
I know. Yeah, I see colors.
From yesterday.
What do you think yesterday? Which color had the chili?
Okay, wait. I'm not stupid. I can't agree on two different things. I know the color theory really well because I studied it a lot. So if I choose colors by myself, it's not a problem. I use math. Not math.
Mathematics.
I don't use math.
Okay, this is right.
Yeah. So this is right. And if I need green, it's like the percent. 70%, 50% of the complementary. Okay, let's do this, and that's okay. But yeah, basically I am.
Okay, so you made yesterday a green one or a red one?
Do I have to answer that? Really?
Okay.
Green Hot Chili Peppers, it's like a band, no?
Yeah, when you say the band, we had this rock stars from the US. Did you know this band? Where they playing? No, you know?
No,
I
didn't.
know.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was listening short to it, but it wasn't my music. But in the end, there was a sketch you prepared. He wants a lion and 3 crosses on the neck and all the stuff, and then
no.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't fit so well with the request because lion with like 3 crosses of Jesus and the 2 thieves like down here with this kind of smooth shades that like no, I didn't like it. So I basically said like, okay, I tried to give him my vision of this kind of thing. Let's check out. And he was excited because he liked it at the first attempt, and it was like, yes! I put like a little cross here to the lion, and that's the cross, and some spines over.
Yeah, it's nice with the cross here.
Yeah, then I saw the complete opposite reaction from Angus. Like there was like, said Luca,
and there was excited. I saw even your reaction when Luca, the project, yes, this is completely changed. Are you sure? Yeah, are you sure you did it? I tried. Yes, Americans.
And there was a complete opposite thing with your customer. You prepared the sketch. We was really happy to give you this project with the skull and the snake and the roses. It was yesterday, right? Yeah, it was yesterday, and you told me you draw so much time in the night, and then you changed it again and make it new.
I prepared the sketch, but when I wake up yesterday, I didn't like it, and I changed everything once again. Like okay, but shit happens.
Yeah, but
that's it.
I was sad about it because we want
Pepo, magic Pepo.
How is it in Barcelona? If somebody is booking with you, it happens a lot like this.
With cancellations, no, we don't have a lot of cancellations. But if in Barcelona I get it, we do the same. We keep the deposit for us because we're drawing per hours or and we're wasting time working. So.
Yeah. But in Barcelona, you have a waiting list, right?
A waiting list.
Like
yeah. Now I have to put appointments for this final of December.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I have appointments on the schedule from January and February too.
Yeah. I think with this cancellations a little bit this guest spot thing sometimes because the customers come to us quite fast, and then sometimes we say, okay, you can get tattoos next week. Yeah. Sometimes the reaction is like, yeah, cool, I don't need to wait that long, and then but sometimes
and the other one is like, yeah, really, the next week? No, yeah.
I'm not ready, and sometimes they're thinking they're ready, but they're not, and then
yeah. No, but in Barcelona we have a lot of guests. Sometimes be the same, like here. You make the appointment for all the guests and for the next week, no? And you get fully booked for the guest artist, but 2 days before, calling 2 customers like, okay, I have to cancel it.
Yeah.
But
you believe in this facts they tell you, like I'm sick, my grandmother died, I have car accident, I'm in the hospital. I have sometimes this feeling that people having like 10 grandmothers.
I'm always
every
the same.
week.
I don't care if I believe it or not. I believe it because I'm the first one what I can feel sick, and I don't go to work, and I call up the customer at the moment.
Yeah.
Not 24 hours before. Okay, I call up the customer, hey, I feel sick, I can go to tattooing today, sorry, I have to change your appointment for 1 month later. And if my customers understand me, I have to understand my customers. I think so. That's my opinion. No? And I can get angry with a customer if he arrived 20 minutes late because I'm the first what I can get a problem and arrive 20 minutes late.
Yeah.
I think so.
No. Even because the late customers are better than the customers that arrive too much before.
Yeah.
Because they're like at 9 o'clock in front of the studio. Hi, what are you doing? I get an appointment. Yes, at 11.
At 11. But nervous with this. It's like I'm gonna smoke.
They just
drink a coffee.
They just sit in your studio like this, and you're like, okay, I have to clean. Yeah, do your stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
You're like,
and you control me. Yeah, I do it right.
Like the dog when it's peeing, and you're watching the dog, and he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we have it here too. Also, I have a consultation at 12, but I'm here at 10:30. Okay.
But consultation no shows the other day for me. Like she was like, I will come at 5 o'clock at 7:30. I was like, where she is?
She didn't show up?
No. Anyway, no. The cancellation. This strange fact is that in Italy, when they arrive all together. Maybe you don't have any cancellation for like 5 months, and then in the same week, 3 people. Yeah. Like what? Usually it happens on January, because they like spend a lot of money on Christmas and New Year's Eve, and I used to tell them like, don't take this appointment about 8th of January. It's too soon. Maybe end of January. No, I want the tattoo. Yes, but there's Christmas. Oh, okay, I'll do it. We booked the appointment then. Sorry, man, you know what? Yes, I know what. But that's why you leave a deposit, because I knew that. But it's not because we are wise, but because we got experience in this, and because we suggest people. I think it's better to wait a little bit more, be sure, have the money, because you don't need tattoo, guys. Nobody needs a tattoo. I mean, you can want a lot, but you don't need it. So it's like an extra. If you can afford it, you do it. And we are happy to do it. But if you can't afford it, it's not that a 500 euro piece becomes 100 because you don't have money. I'm sorry.
It doesn't work like this, yeah.
But me too. I want my leg tattooed by a tattoo artist that it's so expensive. I'm waiting. I mean, it's not a problem. You just wait. When you save enough money, you do it.
Yeah, it's
everybody.
Absolutely luxury to get a tattoo. You don't die if you don't have it yet.
Yeah, it's it. It's not eating or
but
medicine.
Sometimes I feel that people forget how much work is there before they get the tattoo already. There's the drawing. Sometimes they also forget what we do here, the consultation. There is like all these email questions. They're coming a day, 100 emails just with questions, and then you have to write them back and be patient. And there's 16 people working just to make this happen. They're not tattooing. This is like, and the people forget totally.
As he said before, you're perfectly right, but there's just a little part that I cannot get angry with, is that sometimes they don't know. So it's if you explain them and they don't listen to you and they keep doing, okay, so I get angry. But before that, I have to breathe, because they don't know. They really don't know. They may think that sometimes they come in the studio like with a sheet of paper printed by internet with other guys' work and say, I want this. Yeah, no. I mean,
no.
Like yesterday, no.
Okay, but no.
That's maybe not, because that's not the mood. But some people really don't know that, or maybe they get tattooed like full time by a tattooer that gives a fuck and just trace other people tattoos, so they think it works. So you just have to explain that. The fact is that my number of customers coming in studio is like more or less than yours. So it's more stressful for your team. The only thing is that if you don't know and you ask something, it's okay. But in the moment that I answer all your questions and explain you like the mood to do the things, the order to do them, then stop. I mean,
have a little respect and just cancel in time, or just speak to us. That's what we always say. It's like, if I have a problem, it's no problem to talk to us.
Is there a respectful like way to speak to person? I mean, to people you have to be respectful, and the same is here. If you come inside and I pay, so I want, okay. I step back.
I give your money back, and
it's not a problem. I wait for you another time, because if you're in a good mood, we work better, but also you guys work better. Everybody works better. There's a good feeling, good mood.
Yeah, good mood.
If you're like unrespectful, if you come like I pay, I want this because I pay, so I deserve it. If you go in a restaurant and kick somebody and throw things on the ground, okay, you pay, but you get also kick it in the ass. So it's the same thing here. It's a job everywhere.
Yeah. But it's like a really reliable job, you know, like you have to, you make the last product which stays forever. I always keep telling. It's like you can buy an iPad for 1,000 euro, or you can buy even a car for 50, but it won't stay your whole life.
Yeah, but
this is like the last thing you can buy, it stays forever.
And it changes with you. The interesting fact is that the tattoo changes with you. Like you do it and you may like get a little fat, and it follows it. It doesn't deform. It's just following you. I mean,
Yeah.
he get old with you, and I think it's amazing. People are afraid about this. They like fear this kind of thing. I think it's so interesting. You change with your tattoos. I mean, I love that.
Yeah, you get old and your tattoos still with you.
It's, yeah, it's sad in this way because Pepo is a sad person, but it's more in the morning. Yes, we are sad.
Yeah, even sometimes the meanings. If you have something and you thought about a meaning of your tattoo, even this keeps changing sometimes. Then you don't like it, but 2 years later you think, yes,
Yeah,
I
now
really
and
like it now, and
that's-
you reinterpret the whole thing new.
And that's why usually I don't get tattoos with meaning,
Yeah.
but I just get tattoos from people I like and that I like to look good looking to me,
Yeah.
and no meanings. I just got 2 with meanings and the other no meanings.
Yeah,
at all.
but if you're young, you
no.
always interpret
Sure, so
meaning
yeah,
into your tattoo.
yeah.
the first tattoo is always with meaning.
Yeah, of course. The first
The
always
first tattoo, it's like, okay, I like it this, put it
No.
here.
for us. I have to. I have to refer.
I did it quite a long time.
Yeah, you start from like, oh, my rose got 5 leaves because of my family, and you ended up with, oh, look, a sushi, yes, do it here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sushi, wow!
But this is our generation, because after that, like yesterday, this guy had a first tattoo, like a whole sleeve Maori style, and doesn't give a fuck, and that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, more from this.
Please.
Yeah, it's hard to explain that we have this experience to a customer, for example, that if you want to look like this, okay, then start like you think you make it right. But if you want to have like a full concept, which is really
Yeah.
nice, then you need to believe in us. But it's
Yeah.
so hard to explain.
Yeah.
So,
And it's so hard to explain how I'm melting. Keep talking, I leave this.
do it here so you can show us your first tattoo.
Yeah, but this will.
can make
I don't want to show you my belly button, man.
Because it's not black.
Because it's all black, yes, but I got just that.
It's red, really.
Black
You can see the red.
What happens to your hand? Actually, last time you need to cancel because you told us you have an operation. Or
yeah.
is it good now?
Now,
it's your...
now, it's good. You can see from here, but I got surgery here. Got like a couple of tendons, and you know the small bones. I don't remember the name. Ligamento.
Metacarpianos.
No.
Here, no?
Oh, yeah.
Metacarp is no here. In Italian it's called legamento.
In Spain, ligamento.
Legamento. Okay,
Ligamento.
I have to just
Okay, the
say
small bones.
legamento. It's like this. The small bones near this one was fucked, and part of the tendon just because of an accident in car. And after surgery, they say that I start feeling like this. As you can see, I cannot like go down.
Yeah.
Oh, you're strong, yeah, man.
Yeah. I got a huge muscle here. Look. Anyway, I couldn't I cannot use like coin machines no more because the
of
vibrations,
this
and
vibration.
like if I use them the day later, I like do like this.
Really?
Yeah. And so from now to the rest of my life, every year and a half, I have to stop for 2-3 months and do this kind of therapy with like injections and like a laser therapy, something like that.
Yeah.
And so that's it. I was so sad to cancel that, but unfortunately I could not do my best for the customers. So
Yeah, you wrote totally in time. It was absolutely okay, and we
that's
had a
it.
new spot, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, no problem."
and they don't have to go to the beach in October, so it's quite good that.
Okay, I think we spoke about this week. What happens in Barcelona? You want to talk about this?
It's a hard problem, a political problem.
Yeah.
The government from Spain is a little bit hard with the Catalan people. It's an old problem. I don't know if I want to talk about it.
It's no problem. It's like
I don't want to talk bad things about the Spanish government. I can't.
During a video.
Yeah.
Smile to your government.
Hey, Spanish government.
Oh, this was so soft.
Cut this part, please. No, it's a hard problem in Catalonia now.
Okay.
You lose all your derecho, how I say it?
Rights.
Rights?
Rights. Like right. Your personal rights.
We lose our rights because you can say anything if it's not right for the government from Spain. But it's a hard political problem, and
it's like Friday morning.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that was a really nice breakfast. Thank you very much for this.
The best breakfast I had these days. Thank you for bringing us this.
The first breakfast you had these days?
Yeah, but we keep this.
Yeah, of course, it's just for you. You have it for tomorrow as well. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you. Even that early. Thank you so much.